Hello everyone, happy Monday. I hope you are all feeling rested from the weekend. I had a wonderful weekend enjoying the most beautiful fall weather and the crisp leaves and the warm, cozy sweaters, and I just love this time of year. It really inspires me crafting wise, and then I love just to get out and enjoy the beautiful weather that fall provides. But on another note, I still have the rest of the watercolor confection sets to go through with you, and so I thought I would film a video today. This is going to be the unboxing video of the Watercolor Confections, the tropical set. And so I'll unbox it, I'll do a little bit of color swatching, and I'll let you take a look-see. If you watched my previous video, you know that I did a couple videos over the classic set, which I really love and I'm really enjoying playing with that. So let me know down below if you have been able to get yourself a set and how you're enjoying that. I would love to hear from you. So yeah, as you can see, this is the Watercolor Confections set by Prima Marketing. This one is the tropical set. This is one of these sets that was released in the previous release. As you know, there are two more that I still have to do unboxing videos for you, so those are coming soon. But all of the palettes are the same, so if you are like me and you like everything to look the same, then these watercolor palettes do that for you. Again, they have it labeled on the front which set is which. This one again is the tropical set. It comes in a beautiful black tin palette, again with two larger mixing wells and then four smaller mixing wells on the lid, which I really love that it kind of lays flat instead of tilting like a few other palettes that I have. It keeps the colors from running everywhere. The sets do include a watercolor card, which if you guys watched the previous video, let me just grab those real quick. If you guys watched my previous video, you know that the card that they provide is not a watercolor type paper, and so I don't think all of the colors are true to color, and they do kind of feel weird on this piece of paper that they've included, but anyhow, they do include that for you so that you at least have an idea of what the colors look like, which I do enjoy that part. I just wish it would have been on a different paper. Again, this one is more of a slick paper, a slick cardstock type paper, which for those of you that know watercolors know that it will run on that paper. So when you're swatching, just keep that in mind. It is useful to have. I will keep this in my set, but I will probably glue a piece of watercolor paper on the back just to have for reference on like a true to life watercolor paper. So again, this set, since it is part of the older release, is still numbered, and so the tropical set is numbers 13 through 24. Again, for those of you that watched the previous video, you know that the classics is numbered 1 through 12. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to swatch it out on my booklet here so you guys can kind of see what it looks like, and then I'll do some color bands along the bottom. And then I'll do another video that you can kind of see over here. I'll do another video where I swatch it below the paper tag when I'm unwrapping the palettes, because I keep those as well. It's just something that I do. It's not something that you have to do, but I collect different watercolor things, and I like to have them labeled and you know, put out somewhere, and so I've chosen this this booklet to do those for me. This set does, the palette comes out just like the other ones, so if you guys are interested in maybe changing them out or whatever, you have that option. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out so you can kind of see if I can get it out. I'm going to take it out of the box so you can kind of see it's just a plain palette. So most of the times, if you order a plain palette online, you're going to get this, and you're going to get an empty one of these. Well, this one is $24.99. You can find it on our website, www.smokyfiresidecreations.com. This one includes the palette, the pans, and the half pans, and they're filled with color. So even if you don't like the colors, you don't like the paint, you don't like whatever, if you don't like something, you still have something to do a trial run with the paints, and I don't think that can hurt. Maybe you'll discover that it is something that you do like. I have used professional watercolors. I have used generic watercolors from that cheap set that you can get at Michael's for like $5. I kind of think these paints are kind of middle of the road. Let me see if I can reach for some paints that I have here. I have a mixture of, like, a lot of my go-to paints are my core paints and my Magello Mission Gold paints that come in the tubes. So those are usually a lot of my go-to colors. These are what I call professional artist grade paints. I would say that the generic paints that you can get in that cheap set from Michael's are going to be like kids paints. They do have a chalky consistency. They have pretty colors, but the chalky consistency, when I rub my hands over the paint when I'm using that, it makes me cringe. So I kind of go away from that set specifically. That's just my preference. I don't like the chalky feel in generic paint. With these, I think these are kind of middle of the road. I don't think they're as good a quality as like Daniel Smith or Quor or Magello or some of the higher quality artist grade paints, but I do think these have bright colors. They have a pretty good consistency, I think, and with these I don't notice the chalky feeling. So if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money yet, maybe you're just dabbling into watercolor and trying to decide, oh my gosh, there's a flooded market of watercolor stuff right now, which ones do I go with? You know, you might not want to spring for the expensive paints right now, but I think that if you go with the Prima Marketing Watercolor Confections, not only are you getting a good deal, but I think they're a middle-of-the-road paint. I will take these with me because it's something that I don't mind using. I know a lot of times when you have, maybe you have expensive paints, but they're so expensive that you don't want to use them. I do know a few people like that. You know, you're more comfortable using paints like this that you can afford, and that if you know you need to replace the pans, then you're not spending an arm and a leg, obviously, to replace the colors. So I do think that Prima has pretty much hit the nail on the head with these watercolor confection paints. I really enjoy them. I will continue using them because I love the colors. I love the deal that you get, and I just love I love trying new products, new watercolors, and I love reviewing things for you guys. So that's just kind of a little side note, but as you can see, the half pans, they come in half pans. They just pop out of this tray really easily to get them not to slide. You know, when they're all in here, you just press these little tabs down and then the half pans lock into place. So I will show that for you, but I'm going to unbox these first to kind of let you see what I see. So again, all of these paints are numbered. Obviously, some of them aren't always the correct order, so I like to make sure that when I'm unboxing them and doing my color swatching, that I have the correct colors in the right spot, because on this card that I will eventually use, I want to make sure that my number 13 matches with my number 13 when I'm doing my color swatching and things like that. So yeah, some of them, like in the packaging process, some of them might get out of order, so you might just double check before you start your individual swatches so that you know. And because I save the wrappers like this and I kind of go in order in my colors, that's another thing that I like to double check myself. So yeah, these are the tropical set, which you get some really pretty, like, awesome colors, I think, in this set. You get like your pinks and yellows and purples and like royal blues and emeralds and greens, and I really think that you can do a lot with the tropical set and the classic set together. I will do a what's the word I'm looking for? I'll do a watercolor picture to show you guys just how cool these watercolor tropicals are. So yeah, that's I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video now, and I'll probably do a swatch video in the next video just so that I can kind of get set up for you. You will see that I will have had all of these wrappers off and kind of set up that way, and then my next video I'm going to do the swatches. So stay tuned for that. I will be right back with a swatch video for the tropicals. Bye!